tonight. Ain't done. I knew.
You are listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
Pass me the lampshade, I'm drunk again. Blew my drug money on a quart of gin. Well, I am a cultured man with tastes discriminating, but I'll settle for a tall glass of anything. Well, am I the only one drinking tonight? The only one drinking tonight. The only one drinking tonight. The only one drinking tonight. Well, am I the only one drinking tonight? The only one drinking tonight.
Doug Stanhope Podcast. Here we go. Cracking them out one after another. No. Yeah, all right. Today we're going to talk about July 5th, 1993. Why don't I just start there and we'll move forward? Because as I write this book, I have to go through all this shit and dig up all these points from my past, get some kind of chronological order that's accurate, and found a ticket stub. I went to a Minnesota Twins game, not the Bobby Barnett game, but around that same era. It was July 5th, 1993. The Twins were playing the Detroit Tigers, and I was working at Knuckleheads Comedy Club, and the Knuckleheads staff got 10 free tickets to be in the Leinenkugels beer skybox with all the free Leinenkugels we could drink, which was probably quite a bit.
The Leinenkugels is the summer shandy.
I hope not.
It's delicious.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
Shandy. It's one of those.
It's beer and lemonade.
Yeah, shandy is just a
like the
word
name?
you don't want to say, like moons over my hammy or Rudy Tooty fresh and fruit. I'm not going to say shandy. Can I get a nice shandy? So it was Leinenkugel. So you can order that and be proud. And we had this Leinenkugel skybox that we shared with other people that wished comedy club folk weren't there. And Steve-O and Brian. Steve-O was the sound guy or door guy.
Not the Steve-O from...
No, Steve-O was a friend of ours. It was all these knuckleheads. Christina Sparolini was there, the girl that I was so in love with when Bobby Barnett blew me off. I was in love with them both. I always fell in love. And so we're doing mushrooms on top of this. Steve-O, the door guy, he used to work at the Metrodome, so he knew all these back passages. So
Metrodome is like a sports arena or a big...
Whereas the Twins played. It's where the fucking ceiling caved in and the Vikings were supposed to play. Yeah, and it all fell apart. It was weird because you couldn't... Like you had to go through revolving doors because it was inflated on some level. So if you opened an emergency exit, it started a wind tunnel. If you didn't go through the revolving door...
The inside was positive pressure.
Yeah, we did do that at the end of the night. We did go through the wrong way just to see because they warn you heavily. And at some point, we're in the Tigers' dugout tripping because he knows all these back alleyways to get into the dugouts. And so it's before the game. There's a couple Tigers that sitting in there, and we just walk in like black coal eyes, tripping weird kids with mullets.
You guys are like peaking on mushrooms at the time.
We're traveling. I don't know exactly what point, but I remember looking out and go, we're in the fucking dugout of a Major League Baseball game, and no one's saying anything to us.
And like going down like the catacombs of the Metrodome or whatever, wherever you're at, you're like behind the scenes, and you're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, but I know he worked there.
Yeah.
So when we get in there, everyone assumes that if they're in here, they must have a reason.
Yeah,
We're
there's no
fucking,
signage.
ball
You don't know where you're
boys. I
going,
don't know.
yeah.
So we stood there for a few minutes and no one threw us out. And we, well, we can't stay here.
Keep
in the
going.
dugout. Let's go back to the free beer. And I remember we were in the outfield. The box is right over the outfielder. So we're heckling him because it's Minnesota and they're really weak-ass fans. They're not like Philly fans. They're not throwing batteries. They're families enjoying a game, having a beer. So it's so quiet that we can yell at the outfielder.
And it's enclosed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just like we're in this room. I could talk to that guy. I didn't have to yell at him, but I chose to. Heckling's always wrong in comedy, but no, not in baseball. You have to make it entertaining. It's your job. In comedy, it's my job. In baseball, you gotta. So I was, and I didn't know the rules. I didn't know that. All right, I didn't know the levels of. You can't be brutal like people are to me at my show. So the guy's name was Rob Deere. He's an outfielder, and so I'm yelling whatever I can yell at him, and then I'm starting to get creative as the beers kick in, and I go. Anyone know where this guy used to play? Baseball players, no one's like, there's no franchise guy except in the Yankees. And someone has said that he used to play for the Brewers. So I screamed we're in the outfield. I bet home plate could hear me. I go, hey, Rob Deere, you know why you got traded from the Brewers? Because everyone in Milwaukee's tired of fucking your wife. I don't know if it was immediate or when the inning ended that he turned around and hit it with his glove from everyone else, and he gave me the finger behind his glove and trotted off. And I was so proud that I got flipped off. Like a guy, he even addressed me. He's a pro ball player. He heard me. That was me. So you kind of understand a heckler's point of view. Like even guys, there's guys we've had thrown out of shows that were proud just to get thrown out of the show, and I hope you don't come back. I don't want to.
But you got a little taste of that.
I got a little taste, and then afterwards we were so fucked up. We hung around, like we went to we drank as much free beer because it's a box. There's not someone.
Yeah. It's a no-host bar.
Yeah. And we drank, and then we ran out on the field. There's no one left. There's no one left in there except the groundskeeper. So we're tripping and we're drunk, and we walked out on the field like, we're on the field, the Twins field. And they threw us out of there, and then we opened the door that we weren't supposed to open to get the wind tunnel effect.
Yeah, the thing starts coming down in the middle.
Yeah, it would take a while to deflate it with
Is
one
there
emergency
a door open
exit.
somewhere? I can touch the ceiling.
So a couple of trips ago, we made friends with John Rocker, who was
in Atlanta.
He was I'm outside. I'm smoking cigarettes when I was quitting smoking. The last time I quit smoking, and so I'm only smoking just before and after shows. And after the show, I'm out there. Just anyone get a cigarette? And there's this fucking monstrosity of steroids and caveman skull and hot, big-titted girlfriend. So they're giving me cigarettes and chatting, and then he tries to follow us into the green room, and Bingo shuts the door on him. Says, no one's in the green room. I go, no, that guy's cool because he had cigarettes. I think I've told this story. He comes in, somehow he drops the fact that he's John Rocker. Carlos Valencia is there, and he's shit-faced and going, John Rocker, I'm a Mets fan, fuck you. I'm like, John Rocker? Seriously? That's the pitcher that eastbounded down?
You didn't recognize him.
I had no idea. Bumming cigarettes.
You're looking
from
at the
dude.
cigarettes.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Was it American Spirits?
When he said he's John Rocker, I'm like, fucking the John Rocker? Oh, fuck yeah. So the night went off into,
Jim Goad was there?
No, Jim Goad came the next night. And John Rocker was supposed to show up to do the podcast, and then it didn't work out. And I was doing an interview with Jim Goad. So, Jim Goad was there.
He came back the next night, too.
Came back the next night. And the podcast failed because John Rocker got fucked.
We still did a
way
podcast
late.
with Jim Goad.
We did it, and an interview at the same time. Anyway, John Rocker is doing a baseball. We've become friendly since then. and he's playing for the Killer Termites. For you out there,
Can you drop that right now? Is that
well? It's not official. We haven't signed contracts, but he should be.
it's
pitching.
a verbal agreement?
Well, we have to try him out, and he's going to pass some drug tests. See if he's still got the zing.
See if he's still doing enough
The
drugs.
slider. Yeah. So he's doing a baseball camp down here in Tombstone for kids.
Tombstone is how far from Bisbee?
That's the next town over, 25 miles away. That's what I explained to him. It was 25 miles, but it's the next town over. There's nothing in between but Wile E. Coyote. And I said, well, we're going to be in Canada while he's fucking here.
Exact dates.
He's a hardcore partier. He is a fucking monster. And shit, I'm not canceling dates for that. But I said, Bingo and Tracy will be here because it's just me and Chaille on the road. They'll hook you up. There's plenty of places to stay. We have plenty of fucking trailers.
You can bring an extra guy now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I go stay here because there's nothing in Tombstone. And so he texted back. He says, well, I got 2 ex-ball players and the event coordinator. Can you handle all of us? I'm like, hell yeah. We got trailers galore. I almost texted, by the way, the one we call the rape trailer, that's just a joke. We say that facetiously, just so you know.
Unless you're into it. Tombstone, by the way, I just saw
There's
in the
only
paper.
2 chicks here, and they're our girlfriends. It's not like there's going to be a lot of fucking poon for them to sort through. Old Bisbee poon, but...
Tombstone, by the way, I just saw in the paper, population like 1,300.
Yeah, there's nothing
There's
there.
nothing there. There's a gas station.
There's motels,
Yeah.
but they're going to go out where? Like in Bisbee, no one's going to fuck with them. No one gives a shit. Up there, hey, a pro ball player.
Yeah.
It would be a fucking nightmare.
So you're saying John Rocker could blend in Bisbee?
So I said, too bad you're not there, man. Tell Bingo to buy an extra liver because I'm bringing one of my ex-pro ball player buddies, and if there's anyone who parters harder than a pro ball player, it's a retired pro ball player. So I texted back, anyone I know? Rob Deere, the guy that on July 5th, 1993, gave me the finger in the Metrodome, is the guy that's coming down with fucking John Rocker and his 2 other pals to party it up. And I told him the story immediately, and I go, I shouldn't have told him that.
Yeah.
God knows what some fucking 50-year-old ball player is going to do out of spite to my house or my girlfriend.
He gave you a gloved finger. That was a real fuck you. That was a, like, hey, I'm putting this right in your head.
Yeah, it's like one of those little the things on the side of the road where they have, God damn it, I'm not even going to be able to come up with the
You're
name.
an author.
Yeah, I know. I get paid to write this shit. Hamina.
What are you talking about?
The fucking thing in the back of the Hing Loon there. They put all the things, and they put a
You're saying
statue of the
thing a
Mother
lot.
Mary. You know, they have Mother Mary, and they put candles around it, and it's a little half shell thing on the side of the road for a memorial.
Like a memorial on the side.
memorial,
Yeah.
but what's the thing called? The glove is around the finger, like that whole.
So the middle finger is like the
does.
Virgin Mary?
It's a sound shell. I don't know what it's called. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, that's what's going to be going on while we're in Canada.
Welcome, Mr. Deere. You get the rape trailer. You need to leave him like a welcome basket.
Well, here's
with the big
thing.
middle finger.
I told
In a
Bingo,
glove.
Bingo's been a guest on the show now, and she's also cut a commercial with us.
He's a voiceover artist.
Yeah, voiceover. I go, listen, you know how Johnny Carson couldn't always be there? Sometimes he needed a vacation. He'd get Joan Rivers to cover.
Well, for a while.
You're going to have to be the guest host for the Doug Stanhope podcast with Rob Deere and John Rocker when they're hanging out here. And Joby knows. Joby's a baseball guy. He can come, Phil, Tracy.
I think it's mandatory that Joby be here. You can sleep on the couch in the Black Knob in the Traileys.
Yeah, maybe if he starts juicing. that Eastbound and Down might be based on John Rocker, but he still looks like he's playing weight. He doesn't look like Danny,
yeah.
whatever. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be missing for you, Montreal and Ottawa. Montreal will fucking live up. Ottawa, you hope for the best.
I have very fond memories of Montreal when we went there.
Fucking great.
I had no idea what the fuck was happening. They all speak French there. They want to.
No, they don't want to. They're forced to.
They're
you can't
forced
have
to?
a sign like if you have a business, you have to have it in French first and then put English underneath it.
See, I thought that was want. That's forced?
No, it's forced. It's a law.
Oh, wow.
You can't. Well, they're fucking. The government are cunts. The people are fucking great, and that's kind of a standing rule. Anywhere the government is a cunt, the fucking people. Utah, we play Salt Lake. How are you gonna do in Salt Lake?
Fucking love Salt Lake.
They're fucking great people
Yeah.
because they're rebelling against something. It's places like San Francisco where people, I hear your point of view all the time. This is let's just cut to you, Ggreg Chaille.
Me?
Yeah, we're cutting to you. There's no segue. I'm looking for a segue that's smooth.
There's not
but
a story
there's-
until you say what,
Yeah, there
what
is.
you're going to say
you
next.
fucking have the Post-it note over there.
Oh, okay.
You conveniently didn't put it on the board because I would have loved to open with that on the last podcast.
No, I was writing things down and you said, that's everything. We got enough.
We were
and I said-
drinking the other night while I wasn't writing my book. And Chaille said, hey, do you remember this time back when you lived in Tampa with another girl? You had gone like 3 years without a girl, without ever even smelling the fingers of a man who had a girl. Was it 3 years?
Yeah.
It was fucking rough because you're a goddamn good-looking man.
Thank you, sir.
I like, you know what? I like it when you fucking grow the scruff out a bit. 'Cause
Really?
the gray scruff on you is you're as hot as Gene Connors for an old man. Both of who keep their shirts on. You know, you can be an attractive man and not fucking grease up your chest on a Senegenics commercial. Then you're disgusting. Chaille doesn't wax his chest and walk around doing fucking squats and leg bends and showing off his pecs and his guats and stuff. Yeah, all those muscles and shit.
Doug is so advanced in musculature.
Yeah, he's got a fucking good beer gut. It starts up here at the solar plexus, and then it remains the same. It doesn't bloat out. It just pushes out from the solar plexus to the waist. That's what they called a beer gut. That's a beer barrel gut. A keg.
A pony keg, if you will.
Keg. Yeah, it's not grotesque. You don't need to fucking. Point is, you're a good-looking man.
I had
but
no
didn't
idea I
know.
was under such scrutiny.
Scrutiny? Fucking, I was marveling at your beauty. And then what happened is you brought up an old story from Tampa when you were dating some other girl. And I was staying at your house with the Bingo Bingaman back when she was bald and really tits up.
No. No.
What?
Those are two different times.
Who cares?
All right. I'll cut that
It
out.
was sometime. She had hair? That's going to make the story different because you know where this story's going. No, Bingo had hair. Don't cut to the poem.
No, I
Don't
just
get to the poem.
that
I'm
would
going
be.
to let you tell this, and I'll chime in because you.
No,
would-
you tell it because you tell
I
the story
don't-
better.
No, you're the one who told me, and then I was going. Like all my memories that I don't remember, as someone tells me, I'm like, oh fuck, that's right, and then this happened. But I don't remember it from scratch. I was staying at your place in Tampa.
I had just arrived in Tampa, and it was at this girl. I moved from Seattle to Tampa. I quit my job at Real Networks, and fucking I left.
Yeah, you go 3 years without pussy as a young man. You make some bad choices, and Florida can be one of them. Heroin, Florida, porn.
Are they equal?
Yeah.
And you came to town. You work in Side Splitters.
Ugh.
Yeah. And I was going to record the night, so I scrambled around looking for equipment. I just got to town. I don't know anyone out there, so we have a DAT player set up in the back, and I'm working on that. And then you come up to me before the show starts, right before you go on, and you go, "Hey, can you go out to the car and grab my notebook?" And I didn't even think about it. You never,
I don't bring a notebook.
never.
I've occasionally brought notes on stage, but not the book.
The book. And you said, hey, yeah, it's in the car. You can go grab it. I'm like, well, it's weird, but I don't think about it.
Showtime. You don't have
Fuck,
time
go.
to question.
Yeah.
Ours is not. Ours is just to do or die, etc.
I come back in, hand you the notebook, you go right on stage. And then I'm up with headphones on, checking the levels, trying to do this thing, not really paying attention to what happens. And you basically go on stage, and the start of this, like, you've got a huge following in this area. Brett Erickson's there, Carrie Mitchell.
I think this developed or was taken from it, but at that year it must have been taken from. Now that I think of it, kind of like when you told me about this the other night, it was about weddings, and I'd rather see my best friend blow a guy than do all this ridiculous shit in a wedding. The reason I love you, Joyce, and when I first saw you. So the way you described it, I was probably just using that bit of I'd rather see you blow a guy than watch you embarrass yourself like this in a wedding. But I changed it to this poem I had found that you had written.
You did this whole buildup of how, when you see something and it's so fucking disturbing, you went into this, like, this so dark area, and I'm still looking at the levels. I'm not even paying attention. And I just arrived in town where my girlfriend is known at this club, and everyone knows, oh, here's the guy who came from Seattle. And it's like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. And, remember that guy's name. It's this whole thing. And you go on stage.
Trying to make a reputation for yourself.
Well, you want to be nice, and you're in town. I'm going to be there. Hey, I'm going to be there forever.
It's all her friends.
I'm going to be in Tampa forever, man. And then you get to basically the gist of it is that you reveal that you saw this poem on our fridge. And that was what you had me go fetch.
I almost forgot the poem. I made you go get it.
Out so you could read it. You stole the fucking note off the fridge. You took the fucking, like, the note between me and my girlfriend at the time. You took that and stuck it in your notebook.
It wasn't between you and your girlfriend. It was between you and the fridge. If I wanted to eat, I had to read your poem that you thought she had a kid too. She had a young teenage kid. You don't think that disturbed him? Where is he now? Some fucking weird bathhouse.
Not doing very well, by the way.
Spit-windled.
Spit-windled?
Yeah, I don't know. A dick in each side. I don't know.
That's not where he's at now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tell me the gay glossary right after you tell me the poem. Because you remember the poem.
You said you would rather walk into your best friend sucking off a dog.
I didn't say spit-windled.
No. Than to have to read this poem.
And then I read the poem to the audience as my opening bit. And you know the poem. I want you to read it.
Do you want me to read it, or do you want to read it?
No, I want you to read it because you wrote it from the heart. You wrote it and then put it on the refrigerator.
For the person I wrote it for. Not for you.
And her son and all your house guests.
Well, anyone who wanted a snack. The poem, untitled.
Joby, stay around for this. You got to hear his poem to his girl that I read on stage as an opening act.
I have to tell you that I actually...
as an opening for my act.
Since then, when we talked about it, I had to work it out. I did leave one syllable out, so I want to...
Go ahead. And now, Def Poetry Slam presents Ggreg Chaille.
I am a spaceship, and you are the moon. A wonderful crash landing happening soon. Thank you.
No.
That's it? That was it?
It was a fucking Post-it note. It wasn't a brief hanging off the thing.
It hurt. It still hurt to listen to you say it with the way you wrote it with some kind of
I moved across the country.
How'd that relationship work out?
Pretty good for one of us. It worked out great. No ill feelings. It went great.
It was a crash landing.
Happens soon.
All right, we're going to take a break and watch some hockey.
Doug's going to go find someone to suck off a dog.
Ggreg Chaille, you can find... first of all, for everyone who obviously has a hard time spelling his last name, email Ggreg Chaille, Chaille, at gchaille@gmail.com and send him your poems about how much... Just 4-liners, just like his. Is that a 4-liner? Yeah, send him poems that are disgusting and disturbing about how much you love him or hate him on the podcast. Chaille, Chaille, @gmail.com. And we'll be right back after this podcast has been canceled.
Hey, Doug, you know what day it is?
It's June 3rd.
Yes, but you know what day it is?
No, I have no idea.
It's World Modern Day.
Modern, as in the people that do those dumb jingles and crank out 8,000 songs a day?
If by people you mean one guy named Matt Farley, who's created 17,000 songs since 2008, you would be correct.
Well, what the hell is World Modern Day?
World Modern Day is the day, June 3rd, that he has made his amazing Spotify playlist of 8 hours of original material available. And if everyone listens, basically, he gets $1.50 per person.
Wow, that sounds like a scam we could do for someone that we know. We try to listen to a select number of those songs in a row on a drive to Sierra Vista, the ones that had good poop titles, which were a lot, and we couldn't listen to any more. I suggest listening to World Modern Day on mute.
That works too.
All right, well, that's what you get for getting a jingle, is you just got a plug. Hey, today's June 3rd, World Modern Day. If you want to help someone scam Spotify, is it? Spotify, which probably plays our shit, and now we'll probably get blacklisted for even promoting this. Or how about World Mishka Day? World Ville Day. But these guys do have 8 solid hours of 1.5-minute songs at best. So fuck it. Go, World Modern Day.
Hey, get your friends to join in. It's World Modern Day. It'll be fun.
For the modern. NBA Finals. I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, just because no one knows where they're from. Even when they were talking about it, they go, the Bay City is all... Well, okay, I know it's a Bay City. Most people don't know where the Golden State is. Do you know the Orchard State? Which one's that? All right, I just made that up. But
there's no Orchard State.
Keystone State. Where is it?
Kentucky?
No, it's fucking Pennsylvania.
Is it?
So if you're the Golden State Warriors, yeah, you might... Well, I love Kentucky. Go Golden State. Now it's California. And I know they play in the Bay Area, and I still don't know if they're in Oakland or San Francisco. And I love that. And they're kind of a forgotten...
Sacramento.
No, it's not Sacramento. That's the Sacramento Kings.
Golden State Warriors I think they're based out of Sacramento.
No, Sacramento Kings are based out of... They're either Oakland or San Francisco. I don't know where they play. That's why I love them. That's why I'm rooting for them, and they haven't been around. You never hear about them. They're out of the fucking blue. Love it. So Stephen Curry, great 3-pointing. Keep your fucking mouth guard in your fucking mouth. All you guys who have a fucking mouth guard and you dangle it out, how did you... Chaille described it as though you had a giant piece of bubble gum that only the fucking tail end was in your mouth and you just kept chewing it. It's fucking disgusting. I don't know what's more disgusting. Baseball players who spit and they chew either chewing tobacco or sunflower seeds and just... What's fucking with your oral obsession that you... It's fucking gross.
Listen, they are so obsessed with their look, the way they appear. The NBA has rules that you're supposed to look a certain way when you do the press conference and everything. Look at yourself and say, is that how I want the world to see me? with this
fucking
thing
football
chewing,
players don't
grinding on
spit
this
and
thing in your
fucking-
mouth. Oh, come on. Jesus. It's not even blood soaked. If it was blood soaked, it would seem more manly.
It's repulsive. I had tying into the baseball. I had all the way Aldrich, Daniel Aldrich was one of the ball players for the Bisbee. What were they
Now
called?
defunct. Now defunct.
Bisbee Blue. Yeah, they're defunct now. We have no baseball here except for the Bisbee killer termites that were starting up. Yeah, you have this on the board. It says all the way Aldrich plays for Alpine in Alpine, Texas, which is a cool town. And he had to attend Jesus camp and I thought this was your story. And you're like, no, you talked to him for a long time on the phone.
And you called me and said, Chaille, write this on the
What
whiteboard.
time was that?
It was after I came home from Cocktails with You.
All right. See, okay. Well, Bingo said I was stone sober when I talked to him, and that's more terrifying. I forget a lot of shit, but I have no idea, and I'm too fucking embarrassed to call him back and go, "Hey, I heard I talked to you the other night." That's a great story. You had to play for Alpine, where they consistently lose money. I owe my soul to the company store. Well, yeah, we do pay you $50 a week, but you did break 2 bats, so you owe us $40.
It's not even his best story of his young baseball career.
Oh, he has
some great stories.
Yeah,
So
we should have had him on the. We probably couldn't tell him anyway.
Well, this is
He's still trying to play.
this
baseball.
makes it more interesting, as juxtaposed to the other things that he now has to do. This
I have no fucking clue, and that was this week. I don't.
That was 4 days ago.
I have fucking no recollection. I sometimes wonder if it's the Xanax, because I've been so worked up that I've been taking Xanax to sleep a few nights. And
you can do over the counters. I don't understand why you do Xanax.
Yeah, I forget.
Oh,
I forget that I have over the counters.
that's all you need is an over the counter.
This is why I want an intervention.
All right, what time you want to do it?
Everyone who gets an intervention is a fuck up. I want an intervention where I am a functioning guy. All right. Hey, well, this is how you hurt me. You talked to Danny all the way Aldrich, a baseball player that was an exchange student at your house for a season. And then you called him on the phone drunk, and then you can't remember the story for your podcast. And that hurt me, and I think you need to accept this gift. I want an intervention where I'm a functioning alcoholic, that I have a whole spread. I don't have to go out and suck dicks during the day to hopefully get a fifth of a thing to chug. I have nice cocktails. I have name brand cocktails. We drink Negronis.
Top shelf.
And whiskey sours. Scratch whiskey sours with fresh juice. Yes.
Homemade simple syrup.
Yeah. You ever see a fucking no one on intervention has ever gone, I'm going to double up on the Drambuie in this rusty nail. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. So this is my idea for the intervention. I'm functional. I have plenty of money. I can buy whatever kind of cocktail I like at any hour, or send Derek. I can send Derek to get me You know what? We're out of Galliano, and we want
What the fuck is that?
a slow screw up against a wall. Harvey
Wallbanger.
A Harvey Wallbanger. And so I send my houseboy Derek with his gimp out to get Galliano because I was so drunk I forgot to refill the stores. And the intervention itself will work like American Idol, where it's on the interventionist to convince me. It's not, the onus is not on me.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking breadwinner here. I have my own trailer park, asshole.
You got it all. You got
drunk.
it handled. You're living your life.
Yeah.
You're telling me there's something wrong? Show me where it's wrong.
So I sit there like Donald fucking Trump on The Apprentice, and all the interventionists come in one at a time, and they read their dumb letter to me. Well, I was also upset. You go, your letter stinks. Get out of my face. And then there's one, if you can convince me to quit drinking for a period of time, then you are the winner of intervention.
Oh, that's
I'm just
good.
taking the whole thing and turning it around.
Someone who finally like breaks through that barrier.
Right.
And like gets you, so maybe we'll have you up on like those little things they put on your fingertips for like biorhythm, some bullshit like that. Like if we can detect if we can detect a heartbeat, all of a sudden that person wins. Talking to you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Is there any deceit in this? How involved are you in me being sober?
I'm sorry. You can only answer yes or no.
I've been a guest at your house at least 5 or 6 times, and you always say it's nice to meet you, but you've met me, and that hurts my feelings. Because I watch your YouTubes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I meet a lot of people. You're fired. Next interventionist. Really convinced me this time. I think that would be good. Yeah, I have a lot of notes. I have notes here. I have no fucking idea what I was thinking. But if you had read my stand-up comedy notebooks, most of them don't make any fucking sense. If I even remember them, I'm embarrassed thinking that was funny. I watched Amy Schumer. I think it was a clip on because I think I've only seen her show once.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
It's just something I watched on the internet about Amy Schumer's last fuckable day.
Oh, the 12 Angry Men?
No. I
Okay.
saw a piece of that with you, and I'm gonna watch this
Fucking
in full.
love that.
Yeah, you told me you watched the full.
I've never
version.
seen an episode of hers, and that was it. I saw that one, and I'm like, wow.
I saw one where she auditioned for 2 Girls, 1 Cup, but it was as a Hollywood audition.
I was up for that.
It's very funny. It was that kind of thing, and I think that was her first episode or her first season.
I'm actually in litigation with them. Discrimination. What? Why can't a guy do that?
How about 2 Girls, 2 Cups? I mean, that's only fair. Should be 2 cups.
2 girls, 1 cup, and a guy. The fuck?
Well, someone had to do something in that cup, and you just assume it's a dude. Oh no, they were sharing a cup. All right. Now that I remember the
Who
story,
filled the cup? Let's get the
This
behind
is
the
why
music.
you have to go to intervention, Doug Stanhope. You were trying to talk about 2 girls, 1 cup, and no, that was their own poop in the cup, and you can't even recall that.
all right. See,
James
you win.
Inman. You could drink pee. It's sterile. No, only your own pee.
It was a sketch about she's hiking through the woods or whatever.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah, and she stumbles across a table with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and 2 other chicks that age that are famous. I don't know who they are.
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey was one of them, and then someone else I didn't know.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, she did.
Oh.
Yeah, Tina Fey. Someone that I'm supposed to know. She did a good Sarah Palin. Other than that, I'm out of the loop.
Well, I'm thinking old funny girls.
Yeah, and
Not many.
they were celebrating Julia Louis-Dreyfus's last fuckable day. Like she hit that cutoff where she's no longer able to be cast in movies because she's no longer pretty. And it's funny to an extent. And yes, they do. Yeah, they put fat dudes with young women in sitcoms. And
Jack Nicholson.
Why can't you make your own fucking movies? There's such a free market element where people who do this for a living get upset at, well, they won't cast, but I got into a little bit of a Twitter spat about, what's her freak head? Maggie Gyllenhaal came out and said, I'm 37 and they said that I was too old to play the wife of a 55-year-old man. And but first of all, I tweeted that maybe they're just trying to be polite and they don't want to say you're too freakish looking because she does have a weird looking head. You know that Dan Tosh wears that mask a lot on Tosh.0. We actually had it here. The big giant crying baby head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it on Amazon.
That's what Maggie Gyllenhaal looks like.
No.
She does. I mean, to an extent, it's an exaggerated Maggie.
It's a crying baby.
But my whole point was all these people, when we try to do the unbookables and we get all these emails, yeah, none of these clubs will book me because I'm too dirty. They're saying you're too dirty because they don't want to be rude and say you're not funny. And that was my point with the Maggie Gyllenhaal. Hey, maybe they just don't want to say you fucking look weird. we'll just say you're too old for the part. Wow, Jesus, what's wrong with her head? Because you'd much rather be told that you're too old than you're too ugly. I've covered this with the fucking...
But she has that look. Maggie Gyllenhaal has a... I call her Maggie. She has a look. Currently has a look. She's the older woman that gets cheated on in the relationship, not the one someone cheats with. I think that part that they were looking for was the person that is the younger person in this whole thing.
The problem, the overlying problem in this whole discussion is the market. Don't fucking bitch at the producers. Every fucking good movie that comes out now goes straight. I find them randomly on in-house TV movies that you rent in a hotel, and you're like, how did I not know this movie? The one about, not Whitey Bulger, but that...
Oh, that was a good movie.
No, there was one about the Irish guy.
Yeah, it was one of the last
Ohio.
movies. One of the last movies that what the fuck, he died, heroin overdose. Three names.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, is that the one?
I don't think so.
That was the Irish one.
The point is that the shit that people eat up. There are good shows that go out there and they canceled. No one was watching. Deadwood, fantastic. Yeah, well, it didn't get. So yeah, if you want to fucking make movies, ladies, I want to be cast as this. Well, then you know what? Fucking pony up. You have a shitload of money together. Old actresses that used to be fucking hot and bookable. Yeah. Make your own movies. Produce them.
Call Oprah or Madonna.
And then see how many tickets you sell. I'm on your side. I'm the fucking guy that's unfuckable in comedy. I have to carve out my own underground route because guess what? No one really thinks this is funny except a select group of fucking misfits. So don't go, oh, it's the casting people. No, fucking people. People are the problem. So yeah, make your own movies and settle for less. Yeah, you're not going to be on fucking People magazine's cover. How about some zine? I've been on the cover of a zine. I've been interviewed by websites of a certain inclination. How about you don't fucking blame everybody? No, actually, blame everybody. It's not the people that do the casting. It's the people who buy the fucking tickets. So yeah, blame them.
There's a way to play it.
There is.
Do the movie, right? And then fucking go spend a week at Golden Corral, and then someone will take a picture of you with a big fucking Chaille pony keg out in front of you, and then it's done. You will be back in the papers because everyone wants to see someone fail.
I'm completely on the side of yeah. It is fucked up. But it's the marketplace that's fucked up, and it's sad that people watch this dog shit. The Big Bang Theory. I've said it before. I will walk out of a bar and have a cigarette because that commercial's on. Much less
for the Big
watch
Bang
it.
Theory.
Yeah, much less that's the most popular thing on TV.
Number one.
How you feel as a woman of a certain age, not being cast and being considered over the hill at a young age. That's how I feel as a person who does comedy, knowing that the number one comedy show on TV is The Big Bang Theory. Am I protesting? No. I'm protesting with my own slow alcoholic suicide. That's my protest voice. So yeah, shut up, make your own movies, fail miserably, realize people don't want to see you. They want to see this shit that they sell beer with and fuck off or live on less money and have artistic integrity. I don't know. I'm just saying. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. I was staring at you, but I was trying to think of when the last time I saw Maggie Gyllenhaal in a movie. and what the name of it was.
Well, everyone brings up Secretary, one of Bingo's favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah, she crawled like a dog, and James Spader was her boss, and he was
Oh, James Spader, I like him.
It was
Blacklist.
the original 50 Shades of Grey, which I've never seen, but unfortunately I have to know about on even a surface level that I know it's probably like that. It's some softcore dog shit porn for fucking women who are afraid to watch porn.
So that was her integrity? That was
No,
the
that's
level?
back when she was hot. This is like
Oh, okay.
20 years ago.
Okay.
And I didn't think she was hot. But it's not about whether I think she's hot or not. The tweet was about whether they were just being polite by saying you're too old.
James Spader and Maggie Gyllenhaal,
Yeah.
the slee stacks of comedy. I mean, come on, or Hollywood. I'm sorry,
Slee stacks.
I just like
It's
very
back when they were young.
drone-like, very drone-like. They're not like like strikingly good-looking people. And these were the people they put in a 50 Shades of Grey before 50 Shades of Grey was something.
One of the it had this chicks loved it. Fucking 9.5 weeks. Remember how all the
Mickey
chicks-
Rourke?
Mickey Rourke and Halle Berry, and it was some pseudo. Was it Halle Berry? I'm sure it was. No, was it? Yeah, it was. Fucking Google it while come on, be like a.
I tell her to bring a computer to do our research.
I swear
She just
Halle
doesn't do
Berry
it.
was in that. Maybe he did another one with.
What's her name?
Oh wait, no,
Monster?
I'm thinking about Halle Berry with.
Monster.
No, I'm thinking about Halle Berry. Was it Al Pacino in the fucking New Orleans? It's just one of those pseudo porn. Just keep looking it up.
What are you doing? It's Kim Basinger.
They fucked in a refrigerator or some dumb shit. And all the girls were talking about it. That was, and then it was that one, and then it was.
Wait, who was talking about it?
Every girl. You gotta go see, and you go, oh, I'll see Mickey Rourke in anything, and then you go, not anything.
Tricked.
You-
I was tricked.
Yeah, it's just soft core, not even soft core porn.
They should have put Maggie Gyllenhaal in this.
Another bit that fucking went nowhere because I did it on that Oslo thing. It was the whole Blord
burning
bit,
the-
but you
burning the
don't
bridge to
put
nowhere.
fuck scenes in my movies. I don't put bank robberies in your porn. Don't put fuck scenes in a fucking bank robbery movie. There's no point to it. And they do that because women don't like porn, but they want romantic. I don't know, but there's a reason that they put pointless fuck scenes in a movie where it does not advance
Well,
the plot.
it's the Hollywood agenda of like trying to placate the masses. You have to have, because there's plenty of movies that can be made without a romantic interest. You can have a story.
Most of them shouldn't have it.
No, but
They
the
wedge it in there.
producers
They
fucking shoehorn it in.
shoehorn. I was going for it.
Give me that.
We're in the cookie jar.
But they do that because they think they have to do that, and they don't want to take a chance on not putting it in there.
But I'm sure the numbers add up somewhere where they go, no fuck
There'll
scene.
there'll be some kind of a fucking pie chart of like, this is what happens when movies don't have.
I wish I had instant recall. But yeah, tweet at me movies that don't have romantic interests, fuck scenes that were great movies.
That's a long.
They're so hard to find.
Yeah.
Where I there's times where I go, you know why I love that movie? No, I'm trying to think of one.
It seems like when they do that, they are like they're acquiescing to a producer saying, "Look, man, if we don't have the fucking lead get into a romantic situation, 18% of our female demographic is going to fucking drop off." And then you have to
Are
fucking
the numbers
do it.
accurate? And if they are, if they're not, there's enough chicks out there with money that can produce films. We go, hey, this is I'm going to be a fuckable.
Your challenge is interesting. I don't
Grumpy
think
old men had a love interest, and she was Anne Margaret was fucking hot, but
Nice.
not like I'm going to beat off to this movie hot. She was very, very attractive. You keep groaning. Tracy's watching hockey. Tracy's the only one really into hockey. She's our Bill Burr.
She's
I just
a
shit on the
hockey-
Blackhawks to fuck with Junior Stopka and the congressman, Gene, who's not even here to enjoy the thing. All right, yeah, so tweet me great movies that, or tweet me any movie that had a fuck scene that was intricate to the plot. and not a chick movie.
I fucked him, but now you.
All right, at Doug Stanhope. And thank you for, again, for tweeting and Facebooking and spreading some word of mouth about my dates. Canada coming up. October, we have the UK. Those dates will be coming out as soon as we get them fucking verified. Don't yell at me.
Well, you said you booked this, and I bought tickets for that, and now I have to drive all the way there, but you didn't know you were playing.
All right, well, I'm sorry. They don't. The venues don't all get together and say, okay, let's all call Brian Hennigan at once so he can do. They're fucking. The UK's such a pain in the ass. It's not easy like the States. I can call up fucking Tallahassee.
I'm always shocked.
Jacksonville, hey, Underbelly, what's your September look like? And fucking drop all those pretty quick.
I'm always shocked when you go back to the UK. Because when you.
I'm always terrified.
Yeah. That's good bacon.
I know. All right, we gotta.
Wait, how did the hand cut bacon work out?
I cut like a dream.
So
I cut it thick. Is fucking perfect.
You didn't have to freeze it or anything like that?
Nope. I'm absolutely uncut bacon.
From now on.
Not uncircumcised. It's a fucking circumcised pig. Because I'm Jewish.
We make sure. We have them send us a picture.
All right. You know what? The Mattoid needs a week off. I want to play us out with what I think was the all-around favorite from the Tin Can Rehab to celebrate our new trailer park. Let's play Saul Williams' List of Demands. Eat it up, motherfuckers.
I want my money back. I'm down here drowning in your fat. You got me on my knees praying for everything you lack. I ain't afraid of you. I'm just a victim of your fear. You cower in your tower praying that I'll disappear. I got another plan, one that requires me to stand on the stage or in the street. Don't need no microphone to beat. And if you hear this song, if you ain't dead, then sing along. Banging stronger than that, brother, you get where you belong. I got a list of demands written on the palm of my hands. I'm on my fist and you gon' know where I stand. We live in hand of mouth. You wanna be somebody, see somebody, try and free somebody. Got a list of demands written on the palm of my hands. I'm on my fist and you gon' know where I stand. We live in hand of mouth, hand of mouth. I wrote a song for you today while I was sitting in my room. I jumped up on my bed today and played it on the broom. I didn't think that it would be a song that you would hear, but when I played it in my head, I made you reappear. I wrote a video for it and I acted out each part, and then I took your picture out and taped it to my heart. I taped it to my heart, yeah, girl, I taped it to my heart. And if you pull away from me, you'll get my life apart. I got a list of demands written on the palm of my hands. I'm on my fist and you gon' know where I stand. We live in hand to mouth. You wanna be somebody, see somebody, try and free somebody. Got a list of demands written on the palm of my hands. I'm on my fist and you gon' know where I stand. We live in hand to mouth, hand to mouth.
Ecstasy suffering, echinacea buffering. We aim to remember what we choose to forget. God's just a baby, and her diaper is wet.
Call the police, I'm strapped to the teeth, and liable to disregard your every belief. Calling the law, I'm fixing the draw. Alarming T what isn't seen to call up a brawl. Calling them now, cause it's about to go pow. I'm standing on the threshold of the ups and the downs. Call up a truce, because I'm about to break loose. We're taking that cause I'm breaking out of my noose. I got a list of demands written on the palm of my hands. I'm on my fist and you gon' know where I stand. We live in hand to mouth. You wanna be somebody, see somebody, try and free somebody. Got a list of demands written on the palm of my hands. I'm on my fist and you gon' know where I stand. We live in hand to mouth, hand to mouth. I got a list of demands written on the palm of my hands. I'm on my fist and you gon' know where I stand. We live in hand to mouth. You wanna be somebody, see somebody, try and free somebody. Got a list of demands written on the palm of my hands. I'm on my fist and you gon' know where I